All right, we're going to talk about our second project for House Day, and this time we're going to focus on Surrealism as an art style. I kind of have it defined as realistic looking in an unrealistic way. If you've ever seen The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali, it's a painting with a lot of melted clocks, and it's made in a way where the images are recognizable. We know that they're clocks, but of course they're melting, and clocks don't do that. So unrealistic things are happening in the picture. The way we want to approach this with our Game On LES theme for the year, we're going to call this a project crossover collage. If we think about it as a noun, person, place, and thing, we can break it down into three easier parts to manage. First off, you need to identify who your person is for your hallway. It's everybody in the hall wants to use the same character or not. That doesn't matter so much. Each class is going to be responsible for one poster, so we won't have an overload if everyone's doing the same character. You can discuss that with people up and down the hall if you need to, but don't feel that you have to. You select your character, and you want to make sure for the poster size that we're going to be working on, full-size poster, your main character, to show emphasis, needs to be about 1/4 poster size. That is about a full sheet of copy paper. If you are going to draw that character, if you're going to have a student draw it, if you're going to print it out, you just want to increase it as big as you can on that copy page so that it is clear who the game character is and what the most important part of the picture is as far as the emphasis is concerned. Second, we need to look at our place. Now, for an unrealistic way or our dreamlike fantasy type scenario, we're going to take our Game On character and put it anywhere they don't normally belong. So whatever theme their game may be, whatever natural type environment, if it is an environment, we just want to put them somewhere that doesn't really make sense, somewhere that is out of place for them. So that's going to be your poster. That is the full-size poster, and you are basically just going to make some sort of place, like a landscape picture of some sort. It could be an environment. It could be inside of a room. Just whatever you think. If it needs to be a different famous scene from a movie or another video game even. Whatever you feel works best or that your kids want to do, have them work on that full-size, real large poster so that when we hang those up in the hall, they'll be nice and big and easy to see. Number 3, as we focus on things, we have a lot of options here, and we'll look at some of those options here in just a moment as we're going to try to identify things that also don't really belong in that environment or with that character necessarily to really keep pushing this unrealistic scene for our surrealism picture. So I've got a finished poster here, and this is a stage. We're going to be assembling a crossover collage for our friends in the office. They are using Donkey Kong theme as their theme for decorating there in the office and outside in that opening hallway. So I thought a stage would not be a natural place for Mr. Donkey Kong himself. So we've got this as our environment here. I have printed out a copy of Donkey Kong, and we will just kind of let him hang out here in the middle as if he is on stage. He kind of has a puzzled look on his face. If you know what you're going to do ahead of time and you want to try to line up your main character so that maybe he has a goofy look on the face or he looks surprised or confused, that works, but don't feel that you have to do that. Again, if you have students that you feel would prefer to draw these characters out and then cut them out, color them, whatever you think works best with the group that you've got should be fine. So we've got our person, we've got our place, and now we need to look at things. We've got some die cast cut out here. And it's just kind of a simple example, maybe to arrange in the picture somehow. We've got stickers as an option for us as well. If you've got those in the classroom or things, maybe in excess laying around, you don't necessarily have to have a bunch of anything, just maybe a large variety of different things. You can have the kids draw things. You have printouts and color pages. If you've got leftover from other themes in previous years, that would work as well. And of course, you could also go through magazines and maybe find pictures to have the kids cut out and glue down into the scene as well. Whatever type of arrangement, whatever you feel is going to work best for your group, that's the most important part. We just want to emphasize things that don't really belong on stage or in this scene with Donkey Kong to really push our concept of surrealism.